Dr. Phipps and Mr. Harmon, I believe you wish to ask one question each. Would you please ask your questions?
Hi everyone. My name's Alex. I'm asking the question on behalf of Nathan Brown today. Southampton City Council has declared a climate emergency. Given that even if all fossil fuel production ceased today, food system emissions alone would still push us beyond the 1.5 degrees and 2 degrees Paris Agreement targets. And considering that food accounts for a third of all greenhouse gas emissions, it makes sense for Southampton City Council to prioritise addressing this crucial aspect of the climate crisis. Meat and dairy consumption are the largest contributors to food-based emissions. A recent analysis shows that the UK food emissions could be cut by 75% with plant-based diets, and the IPCC has stressed the urgent need to transform our food system from an emission source to a carbon sink. Cities and councils are vital in driving, encouraging, and enabling local climate solutions, and local actions can have a significant national impact. Following the lead of cities like Amsterdam and Edinburgh that have endorsed the plant-based treaty and implemented impactful changes like increasing plant-based options in public institutions and schools, including dedicated Earth Days with 100% plant-based menus. Will Southampton City Council endorse the plant-based treaty, joining a growing global movement for positive environmental change and reinforcing Southampton City's commitment to net zero and sustainability targets? Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Professor Phipps? Dr. Phipps.
Good afternoon, everyone. An analysis by the Office of Health Economics demonstrates that plant-based diets could save the NHS £6.7 billion annually, with 2.1 million fewer cases of disease. Local councils are in a strong position to introduce plant-based initiatives and deliver public education. Cities like Edinburgh and Amsterdam have endorsed the plant-based treaty and developed comprehensive plant-based food strategies. Implementations such as public awareness campaigns, community cooking classes, and partnerships with local businesses have been implemented by other councils to make plant-based eating more accessible, appealing, and convenient for our residents. Given these compelling health and economic benefits, will Southampton City Council endorse the plant-based treaty and take steps to normalise plant-based foods and encourage their consumption?
Thank you for your questions. Feels a little deja vu to me, but Councillor Savage, as Cabinet Member, would you please respond to Dr. Phipps and Mr. Harmon's questions?
Thank you. Dr. Phipps, is it? So I've got Phillips on my paper. It's Phipps. Okay, sorry about that. So I'll answer your one first because I think it came in that order. Southampton, we have, in fact, I've met Mr. Harmon a couple of times and we've discussed this, and a couple of other people in the city, and it's actually something which is really close to my heart, and it's something that I'm sure you know that we want to get moving with very quickly. Southampton City Council's Climate Strategy and Action Plan includes an action to work with partners to make progress on becoming a sustainable food city. And that's on page 57 of that action plan that I just mentioned. You'll get this as a written reply, by the way. And to progress this, Southampton City Council's public health team is facilitating the development of a food partnership using the resource of a public health specialty registrar funded by the NHS. Councillor Finn, my colleague in the Cabinet and also ward colleague, member for Adults and Health, updated the Health and Wellbeing Board on this matter at its meeting of the 4th of September 2024. There were 3 recommendations made in this paper at that time as follows, each of which was supported by the board. Health and Wellbeing Board members support the development and growth of the citywide food partnership, including a bid to become a sustainable food place member. Health and Wellbeing Board members provide system leadership for promoting food partnership efforts in their own respective organisations and encouraging active contribution to the food partnership. and the Health and Wellbeing Board provides a degree of governance and oversight by reviewing the progress of the citywide food partnership in 12 months' time. In November 2024, the Southampton Food Partnership became a member of the Sustainable Food Places Network. As I mentioned to you outside of this chamber, I'm really very passionate that we move forward with this. And I think to some degree, some of the work we've been doing lately, particularly going through transformation, we need to move forward much faster now with our climate action and bringing forward all the benefits of the climate change strategy. And it's my ambition to be able to bring forward the plant-based treaty as part of that process with colleagues in this chamber. It needs to be discussed in further detail, and we will be having a new chief executive soon, so there's a lot of bases to touch, but that is my ambition and the ambition of a lot of my colleagues here that I've spoken to. Mr. Harmon, thanks for your question. It was fairly similar to the one that you sent me that we had before. The evidence base, because it's and I recognise all of the evidence that you're talking about. The framework offered by Sustainable Food Places identifies 6 key issues that should be addressed together to achieve fundamental food system change, and one of which is around tackling the climate and nature emergency through sustainable food and farming, and an end to food waste. So there's a whole load of other things which are really wrapped up in this. It's intended that through this approach, Southampton City Council will work with partners to develop and implement an action plan to make our local food system healthier and more sustainable. Progress will be monitored through the Health and Wellbeing Board, and any relevant climate changes related recommendations arising from the food partnership's work will be incorporated into Southampton City Council's climate change strategy and action plan. It's a key facet to the work that we're doing, and quite frankly, it's a very, very important one, but it's not the only one. There's a whole lot of other things to do with sustainable electrical supply and EV, movement away from car-based transport, a whole lot of other things which are really, really important for the city and everybody who lives here. But thank you very much for your question. I look forward to meeting you, both of you, again. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Savage. Dr. Phipps, Mr. Harmon, you may ask one supplementary question each. Do you have any supplementary questions?
Yeah, I've got a supplementary question, again submitted by Nathan. He asked, would you be willing to continue working with us, the Plant-Based Treaty team, on recommendations to support the climate change strategy and action plan based on the Sustainable Food Practices framework, as well as in partnership with the Health and Wellbeing Board? Thank you.
Dr. Phipps, did you have a supplementary question? No. Okay. Councillor Savage, would you like to respond? Oh, yes, there you go. Okay, thank you, Dr. Phipps and Mr. Harmon, for your questions. You're very welcome now to take a seat in the public gallery and listen to the other items on today's agenda. Thank you.